What does it do? Like we talked this whole idea about people doing business with people, and I talked about that at the start, and you want to connect better with people, and you can do that through video. Builds the authenticity, transparency, and keeps it real. Like we're doing some work with a printing company, print management company, Barney's, and we were talking about him recording videos to put throughout his website that help, you know, educate people on his products and services, who he is, and all that type of thing. And we were talking about the way that he should present. Like he's seen me and I'm in a t-shirt and I change my t-shirts different times so I look a little bit like a wiggle. And he said, should I be doing that? And I said, no, what you want to be doing is, like we did that from a branding point of view, I said, imagine that the customer, you're talking to the customer. So you want the customer to experience you as though you were in the room with them now. So I said, if you wear coloured shirts or whatever, then wear coloured shirts. And he's like, well, how should I speak? And I'm like, just speak like you talk to a normal customer. And that just comes from getting comfortable with it and doing it enough times, and then that just sort of comes out. But you want to be real, because people can smell fake and dodgy a mile off. So just be who you are and don't try and make stuff up, and you'll go really, really far. So question up here.
With that, would it help to write, like, you know, a set of questions out and then sort of do that?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We have like, in one of the latest slides, I'll go through in the way I write scripts. So it's important to think about what it is that you're going to say first, but you need to be careful with a script, because you don't want to read from a script as well. You know, when you watch someone who if they're not trained in how to read from a teleprompter, it feels like they're reading. And someone who is passionate, again, comes back to this idea of choosing a business that you love and you're passionate about. You shouldn't need a script if you love what it is that you're doing. You might have a few bullet points that you know what you need to talk about, and then just do it off the cuff. Because if you know it, you should be in that space, and then that'll come across, and that's what people connect with. So good insight there, and then when we get through to one of the other slides, I'll talk about, like I've got my video stuff there, and Ben's going to help me set it up so you can see how it actually all works. As I said, you want to make things as easy as possible. Who wants to read? You know, everybody finds, that's why so many people sit in front of the TV for hours on end, because they don't want to sit there and read a book. It's just easier. Oh, it's a long day at work, blah, 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 blah. I just want to come home, kick my feet up and watch some TV. The last thing that you want to do is read a long sales letter and all that type of stuff. So video is the way to go. And it's also, at the moment, it's still a very uncompetitive landscape. Some of the rankings that we're getting on YouTube and in Google video search as well, like we can get rankings up really quickly for very competitive terms, because a lot of people aren't doing what I'm about to teach you, which is imagine treating each one of your videos like a mini authority site. What do you do for mini authorities? You send links to them. You start to send links to those videos and it'll shoot straight to the top of the search engines. So that's what's coming along in a little bit. So where to use it? Just thinking about going back to earlier today when I talked about the structure of the different website. Firstly, I'd have a video front and center on your home page, and put yourself in your avatar. Think about what it is that their biggest frustrations are, kind of like this free report, and then just talk to them as though you're a trusted advisor and friend. They've come to you, they're having issues with, you know, the video or whatever, physio, back pain, whatever, and just speak to them, here's what I'd give you for my advice. And then in all videos, and I'll show you some of my videos later, you always want to end a video with a call to action. You have to tell them what it is that they should be doing next. You should also have it on your services page to explain what it is that you're offering. Oftentimes, and Heather, this is probably perfect for you, your product and service, it isn't necessarily super clear for someone to understand what it is that you're offering. So you want to explain that in a video. If you had that front and center, here's what I do. You know, if you need to go for a certain type of industry test that you got to pass, and you have to pass it the first time, why don't you come to me? I help you out. Basically, I'm a consultant. I make sure that you pass it every time, so you don't have to keep resitting it, and that way you can just focus on what you're good at and really just put yourself in their place and speak to them. The other good place to put it in is on the About Us page, and it's that telling the story. You can't fake the story. Again, this all comes back to the idea of building trust on your website. People want to feel like they can trust you. So anything that you can do to help them trust you, for example, telling them the story about, you know, here's how I got started, why I got started. You know, I like helping people. You know, I've always been interested in health, and I find I've always wanted to, like, people with lower back pain, it's just something that I wanted to solve and help them get through, because I had a family friend, you know, my mum, my mum and one of her friends, she ended up having lower back pain, and it was, you know, debilitating and crippling for her, and it was terrible for me to see that situation. So what I did, you know, I got into this industry and I started to focus on lower back pain, and I helped her, and I want to help you, and I've got a passion to help. Like, I mean, if you put something like that, and that was just me rambling, if you actually had a script, yeah, if you had a script, and you mapped that out, that's something that, you know, you talk to the person, and no one does this sort of stuff. The other place you want to put video is in that autoresponder series. So the 10 by 10, this comes from Mike Koenig's, and you can check out a free interview on davidjenyns.com. There's 10, his suggestion, he's got this 10 by 10 by 4, but I just focus on the 10 by 10, which is what are the 10 questions that your clients ask when they're looking for your products and services, write them out, and then script a video response to that. What are the 10 most frequently asked questions? And then record a video answering each one of those, and then I'll show you how to optimize that.